Hello, I'm Jill Marie, founder of SVH, and I'd like to talk to you for a few minutes about our wonderful world and about a way that you can effortlessly become a part of the solution to some major issues. I'd like to share with you one of the ways that you can make a difference. Very rarely in life are we given the advice to not do something in order to accomplish a goal. But today I'm going to make a very good case for not fueling the collective consciousness beliefs and fears of doomsday prophecies so that you can be a part of the solution that brings harmony and balance to our world. I'm going to suggest that you do everything you possibly can to not consciously or inadvertently fuel negative and limiting potential realities that are hanging in the balance, ready to become real if enough creation energy fuels it into reality. One of the tools widely used in the transformational prayer modality SVH is something called a trigger process. Now, most of us are familiar with the concept of thinking the word cancel, 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 cancel clear. There's several different variations of that. And of course, any time that you've said something negative or limiting, thinking cancel, cancel clear works with your mind to cancel the creation energy that you have ignited through those words or thoughts. An SVH trigger process is similar to that, only thinking or speaking an SVH trigger process activates and employs an arsenal of transformative elements that take the concept of cancel to the next levels. And in this instance, it enrolls Archangel Michael in your project to help transform the world. Using an SVH trigger process is simple, it's easy, it can profoundly impact your life and ripple out to assist the whole planet. Trigger processes are so easy to use because all you have to do is think the trigger word associated with the topic that you want to transform, and the Creator does all the rest. One such trigger process that comes into being One such trigger process that came into being a couple of months ago is Wonderful World. It's possible for us to use that trigger process, Wonderful World, to elevate the collective consciousness. No matter what the news reflects and the current realities project, whether it's a hurricane, an earthquake, or war, we can hold the vision for ideal outcomes in each of those instances. And Archangel Michael will become an instrument of conversion, shining those visions of the ideal outcomes right into us, assisting us to make that reality possible because we will be fueling the ideal reality instead of the negative potential. Every day, threats of impending doom or disasters are reported on television. They're in the newspapers. People everywhere are reading about them and hearing about those events. Simply hearing about something starts up a pondering mechanism within the brain processing. And even without consciously focusing on that topic, a trickle of creation energy can begin to fuel and support the perpetuation of that event or potential reality. Imagine for 1 second what happens when thousands and millions of people are sending little trickles of creation energy to topics of limiting potentials. When we turn our thoughts or focus over to any topic, the laws of attraction support even more creation energy focusing and pouring on to fuel the manifestation potential of those realities. We'd never consciously fuel famine, war, hate, racism, fears, and suppressions, but thoughts and words form realities. We know that because the laws of attraction and the laws of formation are universally upheld to fuel potential realities that are focused on. That's Manifestation 101. For that reason alone, using the SVH trigger process, Wonderful World, is something that will benefit you and everyone that your creation energy touches. Let me tell you how this works, and you'll see how easy it is to effortlessly become a part of the solution for a myriad of consciously focused upon events and those that are being inadvertently fueled by brain processing. Anytime that you think, hear, or read anything negative, simply think the words Wonderful World. You don't have to speak the words out loud. You don't have to write them or shout them from the highest rooftop to make them work. You just have to think those two words, wonderful world. The second you think those words, wonderful world, it triggers the SVH process. And your higher consciousness and soul link with the Creator and with Archangel Michael's vision for harmonizing the issue. The Creator begins to rain divine light upon you and redirects your creation energy to fuel Archangel Michael's vision of what will best assist to elevate and transform and balance the issues. There's so much talk right now about Fukushima, and the doomsday reports are available for you to focus on day and night if you wanted to. But we can help to change the impending realities that are so pessimistically reported by thinking the words, wonderful world. You remember how effectively global prayer assisted to transform much of the devastation of the Gulf of Mexico oil spill. The power of prayer is the most powerful transformational tool on the planet, and there's no way to pray wrong. So let's get started. After activating this SVH trigger, Wonderful World, it'll be activated for your use. And you're going to be so vigilant about your thoughts from that moment forward. Every time you hear any negative report about anything, it'll only take you 1 second to think the words wonderful world, and you'll stop creation energy from fueling those negative and limiting realities from coming from you. Your positive creation-forming energy is going to elevate collective consciousness base, and it'll help to transform those less-than-ideal situations because Archangel Michael's new shining ideal potentials are going to be fueled by you and your focused creation energy flow. Using this process doesn't mean you don't care about the world issues. In fact, you care so much that you're choosing to fuel and support them with your creation energy. If you do choose to actively participate in making change happen, like working to clean up the water and the air and our food and other worthy endeavors, the most important thing to remember is that while you're working to achieve your highest goal, you only focus and fuel the highest ideal. That way you're not fueling creation energy to the limiting reality, only the ideal reality. Let's activate that SVH Wonderful World trigger process now and start you on your way to helping shift collective consciousness and help transform our world to reflect the ideal scenarios that you and me and Archangel Michael and the Creator and everyone in our wonderful world would truly love to help create for ourselves and for all those new babies being born. Activating an SVH trigger process is easy. You simply close your eyes and imagine that a big movie screen is floating before you. And on that screen is the trigger process, Wonderful World. Silently ask the Creator if it is in divine alignment for the Creator to activate and manage the elements of this trigger process. Of course, the Creator is going to say yes, because the Creator is the one that's going to be managing and assisting you to be a part of the solution. So just listen for the yes. And when you sense or hear or know the affirmative response from the Creator, simply think the word yes. And this gives the Creator permission to activate that trigger for you and your use. Then, all you need to do after that is to think the words wonderful world anytime that you're called to do so, to help to diffuse and redirect your creation-forming energy to fuel the ideal scenarios that you and Archangel Michael are supporting. Use this trigger process every time you think or hear or read about any limiting potential reality, and watch your life and your wonderful world transform. Remember, thoughts and words fuel basic formation elements into reality. From this day forward, let's only fuel ideal realities. For other projects like this and free podcasts and telecasts on topics that will help to transform your life, please log on to www.serenityvibrationhealing.com. May the wonderful world that you're creating bless you with an abundance of health, vitality, and honoring relationships, and also bless you with the wonderful and glorious experiences that your heart desires. Namaste.